vegan side effect, feeling higher self-esteem? Get used to it.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
I nostri programmi sono offerti in multilingue. Consultate suprememastertv.com/schedule.
When man raises himself above the idea creation of this darkness, Maya, and passes completely out of its influence, he becomes liberated from bondage and is placed in his real self, the eternal spirit. Please continue watching to find out more.
Assalamu alaikum means peace be upon you. In Urdu, I am Faizan. The warm-hearted people of Pakistan wish your life be blessed with love and abundance. India, home to many great spiritual masters, whose embodiment of wisdom and truth inspire us to seek a divine state of being. One such great personage is Swami Sri Yukteswar Giri. Paramhamsa Yogananda described Sri Yukteswar as softer than the flower where kindness is concerned, stronger than the thunder where principles are at stake. Sri Yukteswar was born on May 10, 1855 in Shahrampur, India. His given name was Priyanath Karar. At the age of 34, he turned to spiritual pursuits and began to follow Master Lahiri Mahasaya. Master Mahasaya was himself a disciple of Mahavatara Babaji and had become known for reviving the ancient science of Kriya Yoga. In 1894, during a Kumbh Mela held in Allahabad, India, Sri Yukteswar was entrusted by Mahavatara Babaji with the mission of writing a book that would establish the basic truth shared across all religions. During this holy meeting, Babaji told Sri Yukteswar that one day a disciple of his would spread the yoga teachings in the Western world. This disciple was later revealed as Paramhamsa Yogananda, author of the famous book Autobiography of a Yogi. Babaji also gave Priyanath Karar the name Swami, a monastic title meaning the one who is with his self. Later, he was formally initiated into the Swami order. He took the monastic name of Sri Yukteswar Giri and wrote the book as instructed by Saint Babaji, which he titled The Holy Science. Swami Sri Yukteswar left his body on March 9, 1936. According to the description in Autobiography of a Yogi, he reappeared to Yogananda soon thereafter and informed him of the nature of the afterlife. Today we are going to present to you the holy science requested by Saint Babaji and written by Swami Sri Yukteswar, revealing the basic unity of supreme truth behind all names and forms, especially between the Bible and Bhagavad Gita. The holy science contains 4 chapters: the Gospel, the Goal, the Procedure, and the Revelation. Each of the 4 sections addresses a stage in acquiring supreme knowledge. Chapter 2, The Goal, Sutra 1. Hence there is desire for emancipation, liberation, the prime object. When man understands, even by way of inference, the true nature of this creation, the true relation existing between this creation and himself, And when he further understands that he is completely blinded by the influence of darkness, Maya, and that it is the bondage of darkness alone which makes him forget his real self and brings about all his sufferings, he naturally wishes to be relieved from all these evils. This relief from evil or liberation from the bondage of Maya becomes the prime object of his life. Sutra 2. Liberation is stabilization of Purusa, Jiva, soul, in its real self. Residing in self is liberation. When man raises himself above the idea, creation of his darkness, Maya, and passes completely out of its influence, he becomes liberated from bondage and is placed in his real self, the eternal spirit. Sutra 3. Then there is cessation of all pain and the attainment of the ultimate aim, true fulfillment, God realization. Liberation is salvation. On attaining this liberation, man becomes saved from all his troubles and all the desires of his heart are fulfilled. So the ultimate aim of his life is accomplished. Sutra 4. Otherwise, birth after birth, man experiences the misery of unfulfilled desires. Why man suffers? So long, however, as man identifies himself with his material body and fails to find repose in his true self, he feels his wants according as his heart's desires remain unsatisfied. To satisfy them, he has to appear often in flesh and blood on the stage of life, subject to the influence of darkness, Maya, and has to suffer all the troubles of life and death, not only in the present but in the future as well. Sutra 5-6. Troubles are born from avidya, ignorance. Ignorance is the perception of the non-existent and the non-perception of the existent. What is ignorance? Ignorance, avidya, is misconception or is the erroneous conception of the existence of that which does not exist. Through avidya, man believes that this material creation is the only thing that substantially exists, there being nothing beyond, forgetting that this material creation is substantially nothing and is a mere play of ideas on the eternal spirit, the only real substance beyond the comprehension of the material creation. This ignorance is not only a trouble in itself, but is also the source of all the other troubles of man. Sutra 7-12. Avidya, ignorance, having the twofold power of polarity, manifests as egoism, attachment, aversion, and blind tenacity. The darkening power of Maya produces egoism and blind tenacity. The polarity power of Maya produces attachment, attraction, and aversion, repulsion. Egoism results from a lack of discrimination between the physical body and the real self. Tenacity is a result of natural conditioning, belief in nature and her laws as final, instead of belief in the all-causative powers of the soul. Attachment means thirst for the objects of happiness. Aversion means desire for the removal of the objects of unhappiness. Ignorance is the source of all troubles. In order to understand how this ignorance is the source of all other troubles, we should remember that ignorance, avidya, is nothing but a particle of darkness, Maya, taken distributively, and as such it possesses the two properties of Maya. The one is its darkening power, by the influence of which man is prevented from grasping anything beyond the material creation. This darkening power produces asmita or egoism, the identification of self with the material body, which is but the development of atom, the particles of the universal force, and avinivesha or blind tenacity to the belief in the validity and ultimate worth of the material creation. By virtue of the second of the properties of Maya, ignorance or avidya in its polarized state produces attraction for certain objects and repulsion for others. The objects so attracted are the objects of pleasure, for which an attachment raga is formed. The objects that are repulsed are the objects producing pain, for which an aversion dvesa is formed. Joyous viewers, we thank you for your kind presence for today's episode on Words of Wisdom. Coming up next is The Memos and the Trees of Peace and The Peace Tree Foundation, Part 2 of 3, right after noteworthy news. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for more positive programs. May you always enjoy the wondrous blessings of heaven. Vegan side effect. Caution, people will be friendlier than ever.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/WOW.